Hi. So I thought we would do a story time so that you will have something that you can share with your students. So one of the things in the packet that I gave to second grade teachers, I gave a free packet of a week's worth of plans, and it included a paper that looks like this, and it's called Characters Respond to Events. And so that's what we're going to focus on with this story, Leonardo the Terrible Monster by Mo Willems. And I want you to think about how this character, there's two main characters in the story. One of them is Leonardo, and he's a monster, and one of them is a boy named Sam, and he's a little boy. And so I want you to think about the two main characters, and you might want to pick one or the other. And I want you to think about how they respond to events that occur in the story. And if you remember, events are something that happen in the story, like things that happen to the character. And so you're going to think of at least 3 events, like 3 big things that happen in the story. And then you're going to think about how Leonardo responds to those events. And so that's how you're going to talk about here, like this is the event, and then here, this is how he responded to the event. So you might want to start with something that happens in the beginning of the story, a thing that happens, and then how Leonardo feels about it, or how he reacts, or what does he say, what does he do, and then you're going to think about something that happens next, and then how they act and how he feels, and then finally at the end. So it's it's probably easier if you think about it kind of like the beginning, middle, and end, but you don't have to. You can think of three things that happen, and then how Leonardo responds. Now remember, you want to talk about a response is if for, let's say, for example, a big thing that happened to me today was that I just went to the gym. Like that might be an event that I went to the gym to work out. And so I might talk about like going to the gym and being able to work my heart and work my lungs and move my body. And how do I respond to that? Well, I might talk about how I did respond going to the gym. I might talk about how my heart was beating really hard and I was having a hard time catching my breath, and I was pushing my legs through the workout, and they felt like they were heavy in cement, and I continued to push myself so that my heart would be healthy and my lungs would be healthy and that my body would be healthy. And so I was after I was dripping with sweat, and after I was finished dripping with sweat, like I was happy because I felt happy inside because I had pushed through a goal or something like that. And so that might be an example of an event, and then how I responded to that event. And I was giving you specific details that occurred from the workout. So you're going to give specific details that occurs from the story. So you're paying close attention to either Sam or Leonardo, and you're going to have probably, excuse me, more information to share about Leonardo. So that might be the character that you want to focus on. That was just a hint. But this is available in that packet, and it came in a print version, also in a Google edition, so you can do this online and on a Google form. All right, so Leonardo the Terrible Monster by Mo Willems. This is just one of the many wonderful books by Mo Willems. I don't know if you can see. Leonardo was a terrible monster. Oh man, do you notice this picture? Like, look at his face. I don't think Mo Willems thinks like he's a terrible, mean monster. I think it's maybe he's not very good at being a monster. He couldn't scare anyone. He didn't have 1,642 teeth like Tony. That's a lot of teeth. He wasn't big like Eleanor. And he wasn't just plain weird like Hector. Leonardo tried very hard to be scary, but he just wasn't. Poor Leonardo. So he tries to be scary. He's like, look at how all the things he's doing to be scary. So being scary might be one of the events. Like that's something that happened and he's trying to do it. Look at all the ways he's trying to do it with scary faces and scary moves and a paper bag over his head. That's a lot of ways of trying to be scary. But he just wasn't. I wonder how he's going to respond to not being scary because he seems pretty sad. One day, Leonardo had an idea. He would find the most scaredy cat kid in the whole world and scare the tuna salad out of him. Scare the tuna salad out of him? That sounds crazy. Leonardo researched until he found the perfect candidate. Candidate. What does that mean? The perfect candidate. Well, if I had to think about it, he researched and then he found the perfect maybe that's the perfect person? The perfect person to scare? Sam. Sam was the perfect candidate. I wonder why he picked Sam. Leonardo snuck up on the poor, unsuspecting boy. And the monster gave it all he had. Whew. Did you see how he responded to not being scary? When he had the opportunity, he researched, and then what did happen? I wonder how Sam's gonna respond. Until the little boy cried. Oh, yes, cheered Leonardo. I did it. I finally scared the tuna salad out of someone. Seems pretty happy about that. No, you didn't, snapped Sam. Oh, yeah? Replied Leonardo. Then why are you crying? All right, get ready, because my main big brother stole my action figure right out of my hands while I was still playing with it, and then he broke it on purpose, and it was my favorite toy, and I tried to fix it, but I couldn't, and I got so mad, I kicked the table, and I stubbed my toe on the same foot that I hurt last month, and I accidentally slipped in the bathtub after I got soap in my eyes trying to wash out the bird poo, and that my brother's cockatoo pooped on my head, and I don't have any friends, and my tummy hurts. How's Leonardo going to respond to that? That's why. Then Leonardo made a very big decision. It's okay. Instead of being a terrible monster, he would become a wonderful friend. But that didn't mean that he couldn't try to scare his friend every now and then. Boo! The end. Aha! Oh, I love that book. I love that story. All right, so be thinking, what are some events that occurred in the story? So that's what you're thinking about 3 things that happened in the story. And you might have to play this video again and listen to the story again. Or if you have the book, hopefully you have the book. And if you don't, you should grab the book. It's available on Amazon. So grab the book and go back in the story and see all the 3 events that happened, and then talk about the 3 events and then how Leonardo responded to each event. And don't forget to include the details. You don't want to leave out the details, because if you're looking for a 3, which is exactly what you need, then you're going to give 3 specific events and 3 responses, and you're going to provide evidence from the story. And you're going to make sure that you have details there. But if you're looking for a 4, which is above and beyond, then you're going to have to show that you have a higher level of understanding, which means that you really understand this deeply. So I want to see that kind of response. Okay, so hopefully that helps you for the story for today. And I will see you soon. And if you want to grab that packet, because it's still available for free, it's in my store at Trina Deboree Teaching and Learning on TPT. Bye for now.